Glad you're with us for the Fox 61 Morning News. I'm Tim Lammers.
And I'm Erica Arias. That's right, Saturday morning, and the snow is coming down all across the state, just like our meteorologists said it would. We hope you're staying warm, able to hunker down and stay home, because the snow is not letting up anytime soon.
Yeah, let's see where we stand as of right now. Sam Samperi is joining us. Sam, I think you tweeted out a little while ago that the storm to this point is behaving, is the word you used. That I take that to mean everything's just going to plan so far.
That's right. So far it is behaving as far as the early morning hours are concerned. Now, we still have the winter storm warning. All the warnings that we had last night are basically the same that they are this morning. Blizzard warning also in effect for New London County and all the Cape and the islands. There's some flood watches and warnings going on out in the Cape there. They're getting a little bit of rain right now. Live Doppler starting to show some moderate bands of snow moving in from the southeast to the northwest. You can see going in from Woodstock down the Windham, down through New London here. You can see that very carefully up the 395 corridor, Putnam, Killingly, Brooklyn. So yeah, we're starting to see some of those bands begin to intensify and move in our direction. Notice, and this is what we're going to be watching here in western Connecticut, how much dry air gets back around the backside of the system and train, because we have a north wind. So I'll have to watch that. Now, I want you to note two things here. Here's the main batch of snow. Area low pressure is trying to get its act together. Notice the two systems aren't really combining yet, but they're supposed to combine later on. We just looked at some new data, and it still shows that we're going to get some pretty good snows around here. Now, the visibility is really a function here of how heavy the snow is. We basically have a light snow going on with mild visibility. As you get down below a mile, you get a little bit moderate bands. You can see that moving up across eastern Connecticut right now. Temperatures in the teens and lower 20s, and the temperatures are only going to continue to drop as that cold air wraps down from that Arctic high to the north. You can see the winds. Look at these wind gusts now up to 43 miles per hour in New Haven, 44 in Groton, New London. So yeah, we are in for today. Wind chills, that's the other factor too, making it feel like it's down into the single digits. So Dan, we'll toss it over to you, and you can continue on with what we're expecting for the rest of the day.
Yeah, the snow will continue heavily this morning. Thanks, Sam. It's going to be nasty out there for a period of time in these next few hours. So just a lot to keep an eye out for. This storm, as you said, behaving here with that heavy snow and the lower visibility. That'll continue throughout these next few hours. There are some signs that right around the early afternoon, maybe mid-afternoon, the snow will kind of start to taper down a little bit in western Connecticut, and then eventually progress across the state from west to east as that snow kind of lightens up a little bit and then eventually tapers off as we go on through the evening hours. So pretty much it's an all-day affair here. I mean, especially this morning. The brunt of it comes through during the morning. It'll kind of lighten up a little bit in the afternoon, but generally it is going to be a nasty stretch of weather here throughout these next several hours at least. And then by tonight into tomorrow morning, we just have cold temperatures. Tomorrow's going to stay nice and sunny, but it is going to be a chilly start to the day on Sunday. So this is what we have in terms of the possibility for that snow out there, with that heavy snow band starting to set up in eastern Connecticut. Still looking at the potential for 10 to 20 inches across central and eastern Connecticut, slightly less the farther west you go. And that's really been the theme throughout those last couple of days as we've been watching the storm. We've been telling you eastern Connecticut more, western Connecticut less. That does still appear to be the case. So that's one of those things that we'll be watching for throughout the course of the morning. I'm sure a lot of people will be sending in their snow reports. We appreciate all of them. We'll be getting tons of pictures on air this morning and all those snow reports that come in. If you do take any snow measurements, try to take 3 measurements in different locations in your backyard and then average them together, because the snow is going to be kind of drifting and blowing around with all those gusty winds, and that can lead to, you might be able to measure like 28 inches in one spot and then 4 in another, and it's like, all right, I just measured a drift. So that's something we're going to have to be aware of this morning as we have that blowing and drifting snow. But just give the plows plenty of space out there this morning. Let them do their job. And I know a lot of people are just hunkering down today as we have that heavy snow throughout these next several hours. We'll have more updates, of course, all throughout the morning. That's the latest for now. I'll send it back to you.